Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. The Conjuring 4 has been announced. It's called The Conjuring Last Rites, and there's still no update as of what storyline they're going to go with. Are they going to go with a fictional story? I know they're all kind of fictional, but are they going to go with a story based on the true events of the Ed and Lorraine Warren, or are they going to go completely fabricated and do something completely different? I know that that's what they do with the Annabelle films these days. So are they going to do it with the Conjuring films? Hopefully not. Now, one thing I am a little bit disappointed with is the title itself, Last Rites, and the only reason for that is because it sounds like it's not going to be anything to do with the Smurl haunting that I was hoping it was going to be. When The Conjuring 2 was announced, I wanted it to be the Smurl haunting. It wasn't. When The Conjuring 3 was announced, the same thing happened, and I was praying and hoping, no pun intended, that the Smurl haunting would be the fourth installment. Unfortunately, it's not. Now, obviously I'm saying it's not, it might be, but when you have a title like Last Rites, then I'm thinking it's not going to be that. I don't think that Last Rites has got anything to do with the Smurl haunting. It's the same when they announced the title with The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Well, the devil never made the Smurl family do anything, so I easily assumed that part 3 wasn't going to be about the Smurl haunting, and it wasn't, unfortunately. So Last Rites, I'm intrigued to find out what story they're going to go with, but unfortunately I feel like I'm underwhelmed because they've chosen again not to choose possibly the most frightening case that I've ever read about from Ed and Lorraine Warren. Maybe they're going to save it for a fifth film. Maybe they're going to save it for a rumoured TV series. Now, there was rumours that there was going to be a TV series. Nothing's been confirmed yet. Nothing's concrete. I know there's rumours going out there just now. If they do a TV series, then maybe we'll see it in there. Maybe it's fit for the small screen and not for the big screen, because that's originally where the Smurl haunting took place. Originally, when I found out about it, it was an old TV movie called The Haunted with Sally Kirkland and Jeffrey DeMunn back in 1991. So that was for the small screen, and it was a horrifying and shocking story at the time. And I always said to myself, I want to see that as a big budget movie. And then when The Conjuring came out in 2013, it was almost identical in the way that the stories played out. So maybe that's why Warner Brothers are not going with the Smurl haunting. Maybe it's because it does sound too similar to the Perrin family and the Conjuring 1, so maybe that's why they've decided not to use the Smurl haunting. There's other reasons why they might not use it. Maybe the Smurl family, I know that some of the daughters are active on Twitter and Facebook. Maybe they've decided, I don't want you to tell our story through Warner Bros. Maybe a deal wasn't agreed, maybe they didn't get offered enough, maybe they asked for too much. I've absolutely no idea. But one thing's for certain is The Conjuring 4 won't be about the Smurl haunting. Well, I'm saying it's not going to be about that, and it probably won't be. But what can it be about? I've read online some of the stories from the case files of the Warrens, and none of them really stick out as to which one I would like to see, and none of them really stick out as to what it could be about. There's nothing about Last Rites or anything that I can think of. Last Rites sounds more like a Nun spin-off. It sounds like the Nun 2 Last Rites. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like it could be a nun related film. Maybe Valak will appear in The Conjuring 4 in the lead up to the Nun 2, or maybe is the Nun 2 coming out before it? Whichever comes first, I think Valak may play a part in The Conjuring 4. I don't really want to see that though. I don't want to keep seeing this multiverse, this Conjuring universe that's all connected together. Just give me a Conjuring film with its own story that's not connected to any of the other films in the universe, because that's what makes the franchise now a little bit weak, because they're relying on each of the films to give a little portion of each story to tie in each of the films. You don't have to do that. That's why the MCU doesn't work anymore, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they're trying to tie too many films in at once, and they are sacrificing the story of the film that they're trying to tell there and then. So get rid of the universe stuff. Yes, it was cool that it was connected before, but they've went off on their own tangent now. You don't have to rely on them anymore. Give us their own individual stories. But going back to The Conjuring 4, I absolutely have no idea what The Last Rites is about, and that's me investigating myself. But what do you know, guys? Do you know something that I don't? Have you saw something online that would suggest that the last rites had something to do with a specific case. If you know, or if you want to speculate, leave your comments down below, let me know what you think. Also let me know what you think of the Smurl case. Do you think that should be a movie or part of a TV series that might come out eventually? As always guys, leave your comments down below, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
I'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played in the cat?
Someone's in